household. I'm not gonna coddle my son still, but I'm gonna be feminine and be soft, a little bit soft, but I still will rough my son up though. Yeah. Because my son, I'm raising my son to be a fucking man. Yeah. And I don't want my son to go think he finna go lay up with this one or that one because he need this and he need that. My son finna go get it. But my son is gonna be a provider. Yeah. He might not. I hope no woman make him go out there and slave and he finna be working 80 hours a week and all this shit because he gotta do this and that. No, she finna do something too. Let's just get that straight. She finna do something too. You not there to work. You're not a robot. You're not finna put a battery in your back and you finna go out here and we're not finna do that either. Yeah. That's not what's going on with my son either. I'm not finna do that. But you finna know I'm finna be the majority of the household, that the majority of the bills and stuff like that. I'm finna handle this. I'm not finna go cuddle up to my woman and think my woman finna go do more than me.
No, absolutely not. No.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want my son to know that's not what's going on here. But I also don't want my son to be no softy either. Because then when you got these soft ass sons, like a lot of women will walk all over them. And
not even that.
And they like, will use them and they be like, oh, bitch, you don't got this. You don't do this. You don't do. You need me. My son don't need you. Let's get that straight. Because my son don't need you.
Do you think men in two-parent households have more successful relationships than men without?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Who are raised by only their mom?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because for one, they have witnessed
both sides, not just
you see the in between. You see the day to day. You see how that works out. You see like a lot of these talking points that women be coming up with, like, oh, if you gonna pay the bills, you want me to do all the child rearing and da. This slavery. I'm like, that's slavery. That's what I'm used to. Like,
women,
what?
Right? It's just like women. Women that even if they had their fathers in their lives, right? They live with their mother full time. Their relationship status is sucky.
Because you don't know how to take care of a man.
You don't got no balance. You don't have no balance. Your mama running in and out. Whether she bringing a nigga home. Whether my mama was bringing a nigga home or not, she wasn't bringing no man home. But I know you was going to stay with one. You wasn't bringing them here, but I know that's where you was fucking going. You was going to stay with that nigga on the weekends or whatever. You didn't want to bring him around your kids, but still, I know I'm not stupid. I know what the fuck was going on.
Right.
I finally just found some balance in my life. I'm 35. God damn. I finally found some goddamn balance. But people with two-parent households, they get the best of both worlds, and it's so wonderful.
It's seeing what the day to day looks like. It's seeing what the actual life looks like. It's like knowing that it's not always the highlights of Instagram in a relationship.
Nick, you also get to see how they resolve problems together. Ain't no, I'm calling you on the phone. I'm arguing with you all night, baby. We sitting here. We at the kitchen table.
So what about the kids?
No, we didn't see none of that. They go in the room and close the door.
Whatever situation was, it came out that motherfucking. They was good. They came out that motherfucker. They was good.
What about my life? I had both parents, but they were not in the same household. And I feel like you see stuff from a different perspective then, because a lot of times, like when the parents didn't end on good terms and then they beefing and stuff, you see how the situations are handled within that. But then they still have to come together because they were both present in my life and be able to reconcile and do different things and make different choices because it's the both of them and they both take care of me. So it's like we need to come to a solution. Even though I can't stand your ass, but we finna talk about this because we need to figure out what's going on with our.
Yeah, but don't you think that the kid can sense that shit, can see that shit?
You can't.
Y'all don't like each other. Y'all hate each other good.
You don't like each other, but you know what? I respected more that they knew that it was better for them to split than for me to grow up in a household
and have to see them fight.
You know
but then let me tell you one thing though. Okay. See, let me tell you one thing that I'm not finna do, right? One thing I'm not finna do, I'm finna split with my baby daddy or, my kid's father, whatever. And I'm finna go get another nigga I'm finna fight with every day. Not my kid. I'm not even fighting with her daddy, though. It ain't even her blood.
But what about
I'm finna fight every day with another nigga?
Yeah, because I feel like at that point.
Can you tell me how much sense that, you know what I'm saying? How much sense that makes? So it's kind of like.
In a toxic relationship, y'all need to split.
Yeah.
Find somebody that's meant for you so you can show your kids what a good relationship is supposed to look like.
No, facts,
like
facts,
when my mom and my dad split apart, my dad, he found someone else and he ended up marrying her. They've been married for 20 something years. I love my stepmama to death. She treats me just as if I was her own. She never treated me no different. When it's time for her to talk to me, she talked to me. If she needed to discipline me, she never whooped me, and my daddy never whooped me either. But if it was some discipline that needed to be done, whether punishment, whatever, she did what she felt like was right. And my daddy always knew that she would never do anything to hurt me. And I never felt like she would do anything to hurt me. And she hasn't done that yet. On the other hand, I had a mama who was in a relationship who was not so pleasant. Mm-hmm. And I got to see a sense of that negative side because I didn't get to see my parents together. They split when I was so young, but I got the sense to see that negative side over here and a positive side over here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So then I get both perspectives from both sides.
See, I didn't get to see none of that for real because I didn't meet my mom until I was 16, like 14.
I didn't meet my daddy until I was 20. What? 23?
And then my daddy was just in and out, always working, and my grandma raised me my whole life. So I'm looking at stuff, relationships and friendships and all that from my grandmother's perspective because she's the one who raised me. And her go-to is always stick. Just stick and work through it. Work through it. Stick around, work through it. Stick around, work through it. She ain't never give me no advice on relationships and stuff like that.
So the stick around part is not that good, but
yeah,
old school relationship is kind of what a lot of people need these days.
But I'm always getting
new
advice
shit
from
a lot.
Stick around and work through it. It's not. I'm not mad at that, but it's also you got to add the discernment and the picking right first.
I'm not really too mad about that either, but honestly, like the reason why they were sticking around and working through it was only for one reason. We do need to work through
more of the things that happen.
It was for financial reasons. That's all it was. It was just like. It was only for financial reasons. That's the only reason why they was sticking around and working through it. And you know it.
But it's like,
it wasn't no other reason back then. Women did not have shit back then. Sticking around and work through it was for one reason.
I feel like
back then
who are raised by grandparents, they have to.
I mean, my grandma retired from rich too, but
than ones who aren't.
I don't know,
because we're not really getting no. Like everybody else, they getting good advice from mommy and daddy, or mommy or just daddy. People who raised by their grandparents, they get lesser advice because it's like it's just my grandparents.
They've been out for a long time.
They don't know what my mama and daddy been through, so I can't get advice from the people whose blood is in me, who thoughts I got,
so like
reactions.
Honestly, at the end of the day, 2-parent household wins
every single time.
They don't fail. Now, whether that kid want to get up and do their own thing, Nick do whatever the fuck Nick got going on, he done took his own path. He was raised to know.
It doesn't win every time.
Yes, it fucking does.
A 2-parent household with two healthy individuals.
It has to be functional.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because
most of the time.
Functional 2-parent household,
they
gonna produce kids that are dysfunctional as well. Yes. And sometimes even in the minor issues that you have 2-parent household and these kids go run off and shoot up a school. We know what we're talking about. Right? So you know what I'm saying? You can have dysfunctional kids out of dysfunctional situations because your parents is going at it every single day. You hear them screaming, they throwing stuff, you in your room, you trying to turn up your music so you don't hear it. That's dysfunction. That's not peaceful. And then
you're right. You're right.
So
okay,
with
I'll say most of the time they.
So with that though,
to me,
sometimes they become trash because sometimes they might decide to pick a side between their parents and be like, my daddy really ain't shit, and then the girl might gravitate to hate men because she been seeing her daddy their mama. You know what I'm saying? So it could go either way.
With that in mind, right? Because I like to think of these relationship conversations in a perspective of like setting up a blueprint for the next generation to tell them what they, what mistakes they should avoid and what they should actually do in order to try to make shit work. Because it's always two conversations that it comes down to in these conversations, right? It's young people that are childless and getting into this for the first time. And then once you have children and you're still trying to make that happen, now those are two different conversations that you really having, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, what do you tell your kids? What do you tell the people that's coming up that's just turning 18 to try to help them navigate effectively?
I don't even know what I'm gonna tell my kids, only because I'm not a man and my daddy ain't tell me nothing, and I can't teach I can't teach a man how to be a man because I'm not one. I can't teach my son how to be.
Well, what you can teach your sons to do, right?
All I can teach my sons to do is how to treat a woman. That's all.
It's certain things that a woman can't.
Yeah, that's what you can. How to treat a woman and how a woman's supposed to treat them.
Yes, you know and how a woman's supposed to treat them. Other than that,
it's always gonna be a some kind of what's the word? It's always gonna be some kind of confusion somewhere because she can't do everything for her little boy. She can do what the mom can do, but she gonna have to take. She can't do the man part.
Yeah, in those cases, you need.
And my parental ways come from me being raised by my grandmother, so it's like I'm raising you off of how I was raised, how Granny raised me. Yeah, I'm gonna either do it better than what she did, or I'm gonna do exactly the way.
Do is go find you a stepdaddy, and they out there.
I'm trying to find the best stepdaddy I can. Like, as you can see, the last one ain't work out, so I'm still searching.
You had to get you a good one, baby.
I'm trying to get a ring on my finger like you. I have to keep searching. And I'm finna kill the one What would you say to people to
I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna take that out.
What would you say to men and women out here who want to get married? Like, what would you say?
Don't just get married because you want the ring and you want everything to look like you just so happy. So really, really try to figure the shit out.
Okay, and what's your best advice for a woman to get a ring on her finger? What's the most important advice you can give her?
I mean, I don't know. To be yourself.
Be yourself.
Stay off the internet.
Stay light. Stay under.
Okay, I didn't heard that a lot, so I'm gonna take that. Because I hear a lot of men saying
folks on there.
I hate the internet. I hate the internet for the females.
The stuff you see on the internet is just not real.
Y'all love them quotes. If you see it written in a quote, just walk away from them quotes, bro.
Gotta stay off the internet.
You honestly gotta be your genuine self. Like, don't fake it. Don't front all that.
Don't compare your shit to nobody else.
Right. Because that's really you really ain't gonna have nobody in.
Cause I ain't even got no ring, and I just feel like with whoever you get with, people gonna deal with what they want to deal with. Yeah, you got some men that don't care if their woman don't cook. Then you got some men, it's a must. So she might get a ring and she don't cook, she don't clean. She might get a ring and she do all that. So it just depends on your person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got to keep it honest.
I hired some Mexicans in a minute.
Because you can only fake yourself for so long.
Yeah, I get one of the Mexicans that's at the
because if you
they had his dog hair up so fast.
Yeah, you shouldn't get no man who want to cook meal every single night.
Or you shouldn't be acting
like
that's true.
If you into cooking, that might work for you.
You should be equally yoked, and equally yoked don't mean that y'all got the same things. It means that if I'm strong in finances, you don't have to be strong in finances. Honestly, if you're strong in house organization, I don't have to be. And we work it out and we make each other a whole.
See, that's the 50-50 I'm trying.
It's just a partnership. Like, it's a partnership.
So should it be 50-50 or should it be 70-30?
No, I feel like
let me tell you where it's gonna fail at.
Right, if we're not talking
it's gonna fail right there.
The finances,
no, it's gonna fail right there.
Like, it's always gonna be 50-50.
I mean, like the whole relationship should be 50-50 or 70-30.
Yeah.
You take out the trash, I do the dishes. I cook.
So her relationship need to be 50-50.
Like, everybody has to contribute. Marriage and relationships is a duty to each other. If I'm deciding, because girls always get mad when men cheat, right? Y'all want fidelity, right? So you got to take care of his responses, like what he wants, and he should be in return taking care of what the things that you're asking for.
Okay, you saying that, but what if a woman is doing all that? She doing every single thing. Everything, and you still cheat. What now? What does that mean? No, what's wrong? What did I do now? Because
people still get cheated on when they do everything. People still get cheated on because it's the man.
Now, what's
it's all about how the man is feeling. Like,
that in my opinion,
or female,
in my opinion, that's an immature man that hasn't realized that he needs to get to a certain point to address these things. Honestly, and come to you straightforward with it if that is something to him.
A sex addiction.
I understand
sex addiction that. Sounds. I don't know. I like nutting. I like to nut every day. But I've come to it's a conscious choice you have to make in your mind. I don't believe in cheating at this point. I've cheated. I've been through situations with cheating, and it's like, for me, I try to justify it in every way. Yeah. I still love her. We're together, but I am frustrated, and I need to go clear my palate so that I can, you know what I'm saying? Whatever we going through, I'm trying to work it out, and I'm not leaving you. I'm still paying your bills. You still got somewhere to be. I'm just getting it off. But it's at this point, I don't take that. I don't agree with that at this point. You know what I'm saying? If I decide to be in a committed relationship, if I gave you a ring, if we're doing that and that's outside of our agreement, that's not to be done. So until that point, I'm gonna be single.
Yeah, I feel like men don't realize what they have until it's too late, because I hope my stepmama don't see this, but my daddy,